boy Travo, and I'm back with my man's
Cream.
And we is here for another wrestling review. But this time, we doing Ring of Honor Final Battle, baby.
For sure. Thought it was a historical pay-per-view, so we figured we'd give you a special video.
Yeah, just for y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, to keep these reviews coming. Comment down below which review y'all want us to do, which review y'all like, which company y'all like to see us review more of. Let us know.
Also down for retro reviews of any kind. I'm way down to watch something from my childhood.
Yeah, just let us know down below.
So Ring of Honor, this was the last show officially. But maybe not, Travo, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that later on. This show was full of cameos from Ring of Honor legends that really, wish them well in the future, including Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, the Young Bucks.
Cole, baby.
Just all of our favorites, were cameoing.
Look in my eyes, what do you see?
Yep, CM Punk, of course, had to be there.
Pepsi Man.
Wouldn't be a video of ours if there wasn't a CM Punk reference.
Yep. First comment of the night. Big boos. We didn't get more Danhausen. We wanted more Danhausen.
Only got Danhausen, friend of the show, by the way. Thanks, Danhausen, so much for the video.
Yes, sir.
Just not enough Danhausen on this show, so definitely brings the score down.
I would love to see Danhausen in AEW, just personal opinion.
So, so we're going to go through this. Going to be a little bit different, a looser review, more of a speculative piece on this one. We're not going to review any of the pre-show. The pre-show is available on YouTube.
Yeah, go check it out on YouTube.
Feel free to check it out. There's a lot of good action on that. Pay-per-view kicked off with Dragon Lee versus Ray Horus, two luchadors, masked guys.
Yep. Dragon Lee's like a mixture of Ray Phoenix and Ultimo Dragon, and then Horus, he's like Excalibur's son.
Man, he just might be. You never know.
But it was a good match.
There was good lucha action here. Really got the crowd into it. Dragon Lee, looking like Batman. Batman's not going to lose. Come on, man.
Picking up a solid win, I think they both should go down to like Triple Mania, do something down there, AAA, or somewhere down in Mexico, South America. I think they would do great down there.
I'm thinking they both have a future somewhere, definitely. Next match was a fatal 4-way. After a bunch of cameos, there was some breaks in the action, but this was for the television title. Champion Dalton Castle, Silas Young, Ring of Honor original, Joe Hendry, and this guy, Rhett Titus, that Travo and I knew nothing about pretty much anyone in this match except Dalton Castle.
Yeah, I knew a little bit about Silas Young. He's a good old country boy in the bar, beat your ass drinking a Budweiser. I love them types.
Definitely. And there was some good action here. Rhett Titus picks up the win. Apparently an 18-year pro. This is his first singles title, so he really deserved it. The crowd really gave him some
deserve
good.
It.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the contestants in this match? Could they survive maybe in another company?
So Dalton Castle, he has an amazing gimmick. As far as in-ring, needs maybe a little bit of work, but I'd like to see him in AEW or Impact. Silas Young, he might he might be good in Impact, or just stick with the local indie shows and be the top star, beat their ass. And then who else we got? Oh, sorry.
Joe Hendry, the local hero.
Joe Hendry, the Jack Swagger, Kurt Angle son, local hero. He got a good theme music. I like his theme music. To be honest, I don't want to sound like a hater too much, but I don't see him being in a bigger company. Maybe the Indies, or if he's got something else going on. And then Rhett Titus. Is that his name?
The winner of it all.
He should go to NXT and see what he can do. He's got the perfect build for it. Or personal opinion, I'd love to see him fight Griff Garrison.
I mean, they are about the same height, size. Might be a good matchup. Next one. This was for the Pure Championship, which there's some weird rules, and we'll get into that. But this was Josh Woods, the champion, versus Brian Johnson.
Brian
And
Johnson.
before the match, Travo told me that Brian Johnson was the greatest wrestler I've never seen.
He's the king of the stick in Ring of Honor.
And
he's got great things going for him.
He did not disappoint. He quickly became my favorite for sure. This was a great match. The rules were a little funky. You only got 3 rope breaks. There was a lot of submission action.
But see, at the same time, that's what Brian Johnson does well. He does little things like that throughout all of his matches, like break the ropes too much. So it was good to throw that little stipulation in there, I think, just for something a little bit different for a pay-per-view.
Right, creative. And I felt like it was a good match. It was good, hard-hitting action.
Yeah,
you
wish Brian Johnson would have won.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
It's not always about who wins and loses. It's about putting on a good match.
That's exactly right. And you never know. The loser could go much farther. Do you see... either one of these guys? I feel like Josh Woods is kind of your cookie cutter guy.
Woods, I don't know. He needs a little bit more time to develop, but I think he's definitely for the business. I will say that. But he needs a little bit time to develop. Brian Johnson, you know me. I'm a big AEW fan. Totally biased. I want him to come to AEW.
Bring him on.
I'll just leave him at that.
Immediately joins the Pinnacle. Immediately. Fantasy booking.
Could you imagine?
Crazy. Next match was a fight without honor, which pretty much just meant it was a hardcore match. Shane Taylor versus Kenny King, and they did a video package before this to really catch us up on the rivalry.
Yeah.
Hard match, like hard to watch as far as like people almost dying.
A lot of stunts. This was personally my favorite match of the whole night.
It was match of the night. It was.
I think they put on a hell of a show. You know. I liked it. I don't know necessarily if there's going to be room for them in another company, barring their age.
Right.
But I don't know, man. They're great competitors. I will say that.
Right. Got to give them their props. Definitely.
They should be a tag team. They could do hell of a thing as a tag team.
They work well together, man, and it really was match of the night. It's probably the one, if you're gonna go back and watch a match from this show, that's the one that you pick.
The pile driver on the ladder on the apron spot. Oh my gosh, that was nasty. Props to both.
Man, yep. Next match was for the Women's World Championship, and we had never seen either one of these competitors. Rock C, weird spelling on that one too. She's the champion versus Willow.
Sorry, that she
and commentary kept saying Willow, and I just kept thinking about Jeff Hardy, and that made it sad.
Yep, that's Jeff Hardy.
You know, solid women's match here.
It was better than what I thought it was going to be. It started off a little sloppy in my opinion, but then finished out strong. Middle and ending was strong. It was a good match.
Right. Roxy retains here. Yeah. Then we get, I guess, a return to Ring of Honor. I had no idea she was in Ring of Honor. Deonna Purrazzo came out. She's of Impact Wrestling. She challenges Roxy. She says title for title. We don't know when that's going to be.
To be honest, I'm completely not interested in that. If I wanted to see one thing, it'd be Deonna Purrazzo versus Britt Baker. Give me that. That's what we need.
Give me that. We'll take that. And if this is a way to set it up, absolutely.
Yes. We're the ones that's going to set this up. Don't you worry.
Yeah, they totally watch every YouTube channel.
Behind the scenes.
Definitely. We had an 8-man tag Travo. Forgive me. This is going to take a bit. Brody King, Homicide, of Impact Wrestling fame, of TNA fame. Tony Deepin, and a guest starring Rocky Romero.
Boo!
I mean, you know how the channel feels about Rocky Romero after the Dynamite review.
I'm not a Rocky Romero fan, even though he is a legend to the business in his own right.
All right, so that's one team versus EC3. Who even knew he was in Ring of Honor? Eli Isom. Sorry, guys.
Isom.
Okay, that's good. Tyler Rust and Tracy Williams. That team, kind of vanilla, wrestler guys.
Yeah, kind of bunch of basic guys,
For sure. I mean, this was a good match. They showed out,
It was a solid match. Had action, I guess it was trying to fit as much people in as you could.
Yes,
and
yeah,
give
just
other
to get
people
them on
a
the
shot
card.
on the card. But I feel like we should go through each wrestler one by one and real
Yes,
quick for
and
this match and talk about each wrestler.
yep. So the Brody King team gets the win here. Brody King, of course,
Yes.
the star of the match, and
We totally think he's going to AEW.
yeah, I think
join
so,
Malachi
too.
Black.
And definitely has the most potential out of any of these guys.
Sick finishing move.
So a legend, Homicide. He's just on legend status.
Yeah, he could show up anywhere, and maybe not full time, but he could show up to any company he wants to.
Right. Their partner, Tony Deepin, he kind of looked like Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, he kind of looked like Kyle O'Reilly, maybe a young Finn Balor.
Yeah,
I don't know.
true.
He's still real green, but maybe in like 3 years he's a name we're talking about.
Tyler Rust. He's
Tyler Rust. Is that the guy with all the botches that came out with the fur on? I'm sorry, y'all are gonna call me haters. Call me a hater down in the comment. I was waiting to come to this guy. This guy has so many botches, man. I'm sorry, man. You got to get better. Y'all gonna be like, oh, he's sitting on the couch. I don't care. I ain't like watching him.
Tracy Williams and
Tracy Williams. He surprised me. He was like Stu Grayson out there. Tracy Williams. He could do some things. I like Tracy Williams.
And then we have Eli Isom.
Isom. Yeah, he go back to the Indies. I've seen people in the Indies that's just like him. You know what I mean?
He reminds me of the guy on Tekken. Comment down below if you remember his name.
Can't call it.
EC3.
Boo!
And we'll get to that in a minute because EC3 cut a promo after this, but I want to get Travo's reaction to this. Rocky Romero.
Boo!
Yeah.
Yeah, don't like him.
Not sorry, Rocky.
Right.
So after the match, Brody King picks up the win here, and EC3, he's on the losing team, but he's cutting a promo saying this is a revolution. These weird couple of guys come out on the stage, and then in the surprise of the night,
he's got a bald head. Bald head.
Adam Shearer, is that how you pronounce his name?
I
Formerly
guess so.
known as Braun Strowman.
Titan, as they're calling him.
Going by Titan.
Might as well win a Derrick Henry.
He should have worn Derrick Henry jersey.
Everybody comment down below telling Braun Strowman or Titan to wear a Derrick Henry jersey.
So
we just created a better gimmick for him.
We did. We should really be his booking. So he makes his Ring of Honor debut on the last show for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Highly underwhelming.
He comes down. He beats up the fallen guys, the generic wrestler guys.
All I'm pissed about is they kidnapped Brian Johnson. Y'all gonna have to see me if y'all don't let Brian Johnson go.
True. Yeah, the Brian Johnson was part of the beatdown too, and they carried him away. So there is some storylines that they could keep going on.
Maybe he wants to learn some things because Titan could never be on Brian Johnson's level.
That's crazy. So next, following a couple cameos about well wishes, the Briscoe brothers, Jay and Mark, versus the OGK. Definitely don't like that name. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, who were accompanied by apparently a returning Maria Kanellis.
Yeah, returning all the time, everywhere I see. Got them cheeks, dude.
Yeah, faux show, faux show. Former Diva Search. Remember the Diva Search? Comment down below if you remember the Diva Search. Great match here. Good tag team chemistry.
Yep, the Briscoes, they might come to AEW. Who knows? Their wrestling career is definitely not done. They got a big name. So. They can definitely do something. Matt Taven, big personal Matt Taven fan.
Right, Travo, huge Matt Taven guy.
Another one I'm gonna say, come to AEW. You know we want you.
This is definitely some of the best of what Ring of Honor has to offer. So these guys, I definitely feel like the ceiling is very high on.
Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis, go to Impact. I think would be good for you.
I mean,
maybe back to WWE.
They've been there before. They were there during the good years.
Yeah.
All right, and Briscoes pick up the win after the match. The lights go off, and then
Super
No, it
not
wasn't
who
the
we
Young
wanted.
Bucks.
Not who we
It
wanted.
couldn't have been the Young Bucks.
Not who we wanted. It was FTR.
FTR.
The damn country right at the bar, right with Silas Young drinking Budweiser.
Exactly. They had just taken shots with Silas Young.
Yeah, taking pool sticks on the back. And they want to come out and hit the Briscoes who've been hunting in the woods. They got them tag titles.
Had just went through a war with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. And
man, that clothesline when Matt Taven jumped over and hit the clothesline when he was up on the shoulders. And hey, go back and look that up.
That's definitely also, a go back and watch match, if you have the time.
Yeah. Matt Taven kicking out the J Driver, Not many people can say they done that. So that was big too in that match.
That was, yeah. I mean, I gotta give him his props, man. I'm not the biggest Matt Taven fan, but I gotta give the devil their due, man.
He can go in the ring.
Then Travo, after the probably most important cameo of the night, Bryan Danielson.
Yep.
I really felt it in my heart after that.
Yep. He was the baby of the Ring of Honor.
He was the number first, 1 guy. He's the guy you think of, Main event time, it was Jonathan Gresham.
The Octopus.
The Octopus, apparently. We didn't know much about him. Versus Jay Lethal, who was replacing the Ring of Honor champion Bandito, who had a positive COVID test, so could not defend the title at the show, which is disappointing because it was the last show for the foreseeable future.
Best of wishes to Bandito with the COVID.
Definitely.
And best of wishes to our friend Meat. He got the COVID. Best of wishes to him too.
Shout out.
Yep. Had to throw that in there.
Definitely. So, I mean, this was a great match. This was like the main event to send Ring of Honor out, pretty much.
A lot of chain wrestling. Ring of Honor was big on that back in the day. It still is a little bit, but a lot of that going on. Gresham said they said he's going to New Japan.
Yeah,
I think he will excel overseas in like New Japan and like the Europe area and all that, and England and all that. I think he'll do great over there. Jay Lethal, most buried guy in AEW.
I mean, he is.
Coming right back to get twisted faded by Matt Hardy.
He is. I will give Jay Lethal his props for putting over Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah, so he'll be known as the last Ring of Honor champion for this era. Afterwards, or during the match, actually, the whole locker room comes out to cheer him on. Yeah, pounding on the ring and stuff. That was it. Then we got weird, static and some cryptic messaging popped up. Was it May?
Nope, April 2022.
2022. So possibly Ring of Honor is not dead.
Yeah.
Possibly just going on hiatus. We will have to see.
They can come back as Honor of Ring.
We've already given them a better gimmick than what's actually going to happen.
Yes.
From first exposure to Ring of Honor in at least a while, if not ever. Pretty good show. It was worth a watch.
All of our jokes aside, we like to have a good time on the show. All of our jokes aside, it was a good pay-per-view, and we appreciate Ring of Honor for putting on a good show. All the wrestlers putting on a good show, and we're sorry to see them leave as a company, and maybe they'll come back. So we'll have to wait and see. But this is Travo.
And Cream.
And this is another wrestling review show. So make sure you come back for the next episode. Turn them notifications on. Like, comment, subscribe. And keep it pimping like Rumble Stillskin. I love you. Wisest of them all. Who's the wizard of the fall? It is you. Tell them some wise news. Tell them what's 2 + 2. Cat shoes. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the thickest of them all? It is you, thick boy. Look how thick he is. This is my hand. Look at the girth. Look, he just knocked over the water bottle. That is girth. All y'all comment down below and say how cute thick boy is. If you don't, you will be cursed.